Gia, we need to talk. I've been trying to see our daughter for the last 3 weeks, but you keep making excuses. I have visitation rights, and I deserve to spend time with her. Carl, I told you before, she's too busy with school right now. She needs to focus on her studies, and I don't want her to be distracted. I understand the importance of her situation, Gia, but she's only 8. Her schoolwork can't be so strenuous that I can't spend time with her. I have a right to be in her life too. It's not fair to keep her away from me on the weekends, when I'm available and she's off school. This isn't about fairness, Carl. It's about doing what's best for her daughter. I don't want her to fall behind because of disruptions in her routine, even if she's only 8. I'm not asking for much, Gia. Just a few hours on the weekends. I want to be involved in her life. She needs to spend time with her father. Plus, I know for a fact you don't have her in any sort of routine because you couldn't even keep one for yourself, let alone your daughter. If you're gonna insult me, I'm not gonna accommodate this conversation anymore. You call her during the week, and I think that's enough for now. Her grades have been slipping, and I can't risk her falling further behind because of your visitation. School should be her top priority. Look, Gia, I'm not trying to undermine her education or insult you, but spending time with her father is important too. We need to find a way to balance both. Maybe we can work out a schedule that accommodates her schoolwork as well as my visitation rights. I don't think you understand, Carl. This is my decision as her primary caregiver, and I have her best interests at heart. We can revisit this issue once her grades improve and she has more free time. I want to be a part of her life, not just a visitor. Our daughter deserves to have both of her parents actively involved. Let's try to find a compromise that works for everyone. And you and I both know that the only reason you were granted full custody was because I have to travel for work. Otherwise, she would have been with me. I'll think about it, Carl, but for now, I need her to focus on school. We can discuss this again when the circumstances are better. Maybe you should have chosen a job that was more family-friendly then. If it wasn't for my job, I wouldn't be able to pay twice as much as required for child support. But let's not get into that argument. Please, just understand how important it is for me to have a relationship with our daughter. I don't want her to think I've abandoned her like my father did to me. I'll think about it. Gia, I just got a call from the school. They informed me that you withdrew our daughter without even consulting me. What's going on? Oh, hi, Carl. Yeah, I made the decision to pull her out of that school. There were some things that didn't feel right. What do you mean, didn't feel right? You can't just make such a significant decision without discussing it with me first. We're supposed to co-parent and make these choices together. She can't just not go to school anymore because something didn't feel right. Oh, relax. I had her best interests in mind. I felt that the environment at that school wasn't suitable for her anymore. I don't think it required both of us to make this decision. She's my daughter too. We need to make decisions about her education together. It's not up to you alone. I should have been involved in this process. And you should have told me if you were having problems with her school. Not just pull her out of the blue and not tell me about it. I just did what needed to be done. I didn't want to waste any more money with her being at a school like that. I thought it was best to act swiftly. Acting swiftly doesn't mean excluding me from the decision-making process entirely. We both have the right to be involved in our daughter's life, including her education. I want to be kept in the loop. I'm only doing what I believe is best for her. I'm her mother, and I hold sole custody. I can do what I want, and I don't always need to involve you in everything. I wish you would stop throwing the custody thing in my face. We've spoken about this. I didn't lose custody because I wasn't a fit father. And regardless, I want to be an active and involved parent. I want to have regular visitation with our daughter as well. You can't keep locking me out or sending her to her grandmother. Look, I know you want to spend more time with her, but right now, it's just not possible. I'm just doing what's right for her. It's not like I'm keeping you away from her for a reason. Gia, it's been months since I've seen our daughter. I understand the need for stability, but I deserve to have a consistent presence in her life. We need to work together to find a balance that benefits her and allows me to be involved. At this point, it certainly does seem like you are trying to keep me away from her. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not trying to keep you away from her. I just want to ensure that everything's in place for her well-being. I'm trying to do my best as a father, but it seems like all you want from me is money, and you don't want to work together as parents. My boyfriend and I have our own money. At this rate, your random new young boyfriend sees more of my daughter than her own father does. Don't be so sensitive. We need to sort this out, Gia. We need to find her a new school, and I want to have proper, regular visits with her. Yeah, whatever. Gia, I can't believe the audacity you have. What is it now, Carl? You've been harassing me so often. I'm really getting tired of it. I finally got to see my daughter, but only because I came to the house unannounced. And what I do find when I knock on the door, other than my young daughter home alone, because her mother's been away for the past 3 days with her boyfriend, you can't just show up unannounced. Just as well I did, Gia. How could you just leave our 8-year-old at home to fend for herself for several days? Oh, relax. She's been perfectly fine the other times. Plus, she prefers it to going to her grandmother anyway. First off, I'm not surprised she'd rather be on her own than stay with your mother. She can't even take care of herself. There's no way she can take care of a child for days on end. Secondly, are you telling me you've done this before? Of course I have. Brent and I need some alone time too. She just gets in the way. Plus, I don't want to pay for her to go on vacation with us. She's always such a pain. Please tell me this is some kind of sick joke. You're complaining about your own daughter and have chosen to be with your boyfriend over her. She also told me that the reason you took her out of school was so you could pay for your weekly getaways. Oh, that snotty brat. I knew I shouldn't have told her anything. Are you serious? What other neglectful things have you been doing with our child? Have you even been using the money I pay for child support for our child? Well, she's fed, isn't she? I give you $5,000 a month. It's not just meant for you to feed her. If food is $200, what are you doing with the rest of the money? I don't need to explain myself to you, Carl. Where our daughter is concerned, yes you do. The only reason you got custody was that the court thought she'd have a more stable environment growing up in your house. But all I see from you is negligence. Give me a break. I've been busy, okay? You can't just take a break from caring for a child. That's why Brent and I have been going away. This is unbelievable. I'm taking my child and going straight to court to get the custody changed. You can't do that. Watch me. Brent, I need to talk to you about something. Hey buddy, what's up? I'm really concerned about the way my ex-wife has been treating our daughter. I need your help to gather evidence so I can fight for custody. She won't let me anywhere near her or the house. I'm not sure if I should get involved in this, man. It's a delicate situation, and I don't want to cause any more tension. Please, Brent. I'm desperate to protect my daughter. She's been subjected to abuse, and I can't stand by and let it continue. And neither should you. I need solid evidence to present in court, but I need your help to get it. I get it, but this really is a complicated matter. I'm dating Gia. I can't exactly go against her. Involving myself could create even more problems. I don't want to strain our relationship or make things worse for anyone involved. Look, I understand your hesitation, Brent, but I'm at a loss here. I'm her father, and I need to do everything I can to ensure her safety. I'm willing to compensate you for your help. This is about protecting an innocent child. Well, what kind of money are we talking? Like, this is a serious matter, and I need to consider all the implications. Name your price. I'm just desperate to gather evidence to support my case. I want what's best for our daughter, and right now, her well-being's in jeopardy. Okay, $50K. Done. Please, just get me the evidence I need to take back custody of my baby. I already know Gia doesn't want to have to take care for her and sees her as a burden, but she won't willingly give up custody and risk losing the money I pay to support my child. I'll see what I can come up with. So, it turns out, Gia's been using the child support you pay her for a ton of different things. I know she doesn't work, but she thinks I believe that she's living off an inheritance from her father. Her father isn't dead. Yeah, that's what your daughter said too. She said her grandpa moved to live with his new wife. Anyway, I found a bank statement that shows your money coming into her account and then immediately going out for hotel bookings and things. I can't believe this. I mean, I never thought she'd do something like this. I also got a recording of her admitting that the reason she took your daughter out of school was that it was costing too much, and she needed to use the money elsewhere, which doesn't make sense to me if she's so rich with her inheritance. Because the inheritance doesn't exist. I'm the fool that's paying for this lavish lifestyle she's trying to live to impress you. With this evidence, I'm gonna sue her for misusing the funds I sent her and to get custody back of my baby girl. There's one more thing. What is it? Well, I was slightly careless this morning, and Gia figured out that I was helping you. Now she wants me to make it up to her for betraying her. What does she want? She wants to get you arrested. And how's she gonna do that? I haven't done anything wrong. She actually tried to convince me to beat her around a bit, so she could blame it on you and have you charged with domestic violence and battery. What? That's crazy. She's completely lost her mind. Obviously, you're not gonna do that, right? Things seem to be getting a bit intense, but I'll continue to help you take Gia down if we bump the compensation up to $75,000. Are you serious? Yeah, doing all this is really taking a toll on me, man. Alright, fine, whatever. As long as I get custody of my daughter.
Carl, listen, I know we haven't been seeing eye to eye recently, and I know you've been trying to get evidence against me, but I think we need to work together and not against each other.
This just seems like you're trying to manipulate me into giving up my pursuit so you can keep getting away with what you're doing.
No, listen to me. Brendan is using us for our money.
You don't have money, Gia. You've been living off my maintenance.
He's trying to place us against each other so that he can get the most of the situation for himself. You have to believe me.
That does actually sound right, because he told me he wanted more money to continue helping me.
Don't give him anything.
I'm not going to. I'm going to sort this matter out myself. Hey, Megs, I need your help with something.
Hi, big bro. Sure, what do you need?
I know you've been working in the legal system for a few years now, and I could really use your pull in the area.
What's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna send you the messages between Gia and myself, as well as from her boyfriend and me. I need to know if I can use them as evidence to get my child into my custody.
Okay, I'll have a look at them. I've just finished going through everything, and I can't believe my baby niece has been neglected by her mother like this. I love that child, and I'll do everything I can to help you get her out of that house.
Thank you, Megan. I really appreciate your help. I tried to get Brent to help me, but it seems like he's just trying to get money out of me and wasn't going to help me at all.
Wait, Brent? As in, Brent Davidson?
Yes, how did you know that?
Oh my god, he was my high school sweetheart.
What?
I can't believe he's back in town.
Megan, stay focused here. I need you to help me take him and Gia down so I can get custody of my child.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll help. Thanks to your bright idea to get Megan involved, she's now trying to steal Brent from me.
What? What are you talking about?
I saw the messages between him and her on his phone. She's told him everything you told her, and wants to help him out of the situation. No doubt she's doing this just to try and get back with him.
No, that can't be right. Why would she go behind my back and do this?
The same reason I was buying expensive vacations and spa treatments for Brent and me, to try and impress him.
I can't believe she would do this to me, my own sister?
How about this? You and I team up and get back at both of them for backstabbing us. They'll never see it coming.
What would I get out of this?
We'll get the satisfaction of revenge, and I'll let you have your visitation with our daughter.
Done. I don't care about the revenge. I just want to be able to be present in my daughter's life. Although I agreed to team up with Gia, I was only out to help myself. I used all our chat conversations and the evidence Brent had given me against them in court. In the end, my ex-wife was arrested for child abuse, and I got full custody of my daughter. Brent was arrested for domestic violence because even though Gia instigated it, he still beat up a woman. As for my sister, she lost her job for trying to manipulate the system for Brent, and ultimately betraying her legal oath. I also decided to get my daughter a full-time nanny to care for her when I had to go away for work. And she loves it because she feels like she has a big sister. Our life is better together. She's thriving after I got her back into school with all her friends. And having a stable routine in her life with a present parent who truly cares for her.